Hey, you interested in hearing about a 50-player online PSVR shooter? What about grabbing a sweet deal pre-ordering Pixel Ripped? I know, you want to know about all the games out this week and next. Well, I got you covered with all that and more on The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, The Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, The Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frank here, the internet's most obnoxious VR enthusiast, and we're back again with the Frank Show and your weekly update. Now we're going to organize this with all the new games that came out this week, then we're going to go on to general news, and finally end with everything coming out next week. Now, first up, all the new games on the PlayStation Store. We have Animal Force from Oasis Games. Now this is a tower defense title that is suitable for all ages. I've personally not had a chance to play it as of now, but I should be playing it soon, and I should have an opinion out within the next week, so if you want to wait, I understand it. Now, it's not my kind of gameplay, a little bit more on the kiddie side, but you know what? Everything in VR I like to give a try because I am normally pleasantly surprised. Now, next up, much more appealing and getting a very positive response so far is Dream Match Tennis, and one very, very cool thing is you can use your nav controller. Yes, we've been wanting and wondering why we couldn't use this for so long with so many games. Well, we finally have a game from the wonderful people at Bimbo Soft that uses it. Now, I have heard that you can reserve, you can receive, and it works well. It's super smooth, but there's no online multiplayer, so I think the people that are looking for replayability, you may find it in playing against AI, which I've heard is fantastic. But if you were hoping for some kind of online tennis match, we are not quite there yet, which is a little depressing, but what are you going to do? Now, finally, new game-wise, Pixel Ripped 1989, one of my favorite games that is coming soon to PlayStation VR, is available now for pre-order in the PlayStation Store with a 20% discount. And grab it for $19.99, which is a sweet deal on a very, very sweet game that is coming out just at the end of the month. It's marked for July 31st right now, and if everything goes according to plan, we will hopefully have it on that day with no more delays. Now, I had a chance to play this at PAX. The developers are wonderful people, and it is such fun gameplay. I got a bunch of videos on it. If you guys would like to check those out, I'll link everything below. Now, that's it for new games and anything new in the store this week, but we do have a lot of great news, starting off with that 50-player PSVR shooter that I was telling you about, Warzone. Now, this is coming from Sin Studio, the people that brought us the perfect sniper and Wraith, so I'm kind of iffy about the final product, but as always, I will hold my judgment until I have it in my hands. Now, PC beta is supposed to be starting soon, so we should have a better idea of what's going on. Now, this is going to be a squad-based shooter with objectives, so you're not going to just be running around willy-nilly killing people, and they say that some matches can have up to 50 players with 10 different players on 5 different teams. Now, the maps are supposed to be gigantic with vehicles and different weapons, and I'm really excited to see how it plays out. Now, I am a little nervous over, honestly, finding 50 people online at the same time, but if they do a great job, people love it. They do honestly have crossplay from PC and PSVR. Hey, it could happen, especially if it's tight, and it does look kind of clean behind me, so you know, we'll find out more as we find out more. Now, next up, Tokyo Chronos is a VR visual novel that's coming from the producer of Sword Art Online. Now, I'm not really into weeb stuff, but I know a lot of you are, and I have no problem with it. I was a giant Dragon Ball Z fan when I was younger. I just kind of grew out of it. What are you going to do? Now, right now, we are just in the Kickstarter phase, and they want to bring an entire VR visual novel to PlayStation VR as well as the other VR platforms. So if you're interested in it, you want to check it out, you want to throw them a little funding, link to that Kickstarter is below. Next up in news, To The Top Duo Challenge. If you guys check out my channel, you know I love To The Top. I try to play every single other Tuesday with the community, and we give away a code to The Top every Tuesday when we play. You just got to be present for that one. But such a fun game, and even more exciting is they have a new duo challenge. Now, from right now until July 18th, you and a buddy can hop in and play the original To The Top map and go for the best score using your placeables. All you got to do is record it, pop a video online, link it to a Reddit link, which I will put below, and you have the chance to win a To The Top t-shirt, which is a very smooth and fresh and fly-looking shirt, so I would definitely enter if I had the chance. If you need more information or anything, Armady, one of the devs, beautiful, amazing guy, made a nice video that explains it much better than I did. You can click celebrate that as well if you'd like. And our last little tidbit of news, Exorcist Chapter 5 has released a teaser trailer. Now, we don't have Chapter 4 yet on PlayStation VR, and PC doesn't have Chapter 5 yet, but they do have a little hint at what's going on. They did say that this was going to be the longest and most detailed chapter, so I'm excited to find out more. I did like the Exorcist game. I thought for the price, I know it was a little bit short, but the quality is extremely high, so if you have not checked it out yet, I mean, $7. You can at least try out Chapter 1, see what you think, if you think it's worth it. All the other ones are of the exact same quality and just get, I think, a little bit better as they move along. Now, that's it for news this week, but don't worry. We got some great news about a game coming out next week. Now, we were supposed to have it this week, if you know what I'm talking about Detach. Now, this is the free movement zero-G PvP space shooter coming to us. It's going to be cross-play with PC and PSVR, and it's coming out next week, finally, on July 18th. Now, I had a chance to check it out on PC this last week, and I'm a tiny bit nervous about the movement. It's a little awkward. One hand, you kind of like move your thrusters around, and the other hand kind of moves your head, and it lets you kind of flick to move your head and then lock it in place. Now, you can also kind of like smooth to move your head, but it's really strange, and they mentioned it from the start that it is not for people to get VR sick, and I want to see how they do it on PlayStation Move, but I would just say maybe hold your horses on this one if you're thinking of like grabbing it day one before anybody even tries it or anything. Maybe wait for some reviews to come out. Wait to see how people feel because it's a little strange. I'm hyped. Nobody was on when I got on, so I couldn't play the multiplayer, but I'm excited to try out the multiplayer. And regardless, I like big games like that. I love zero-G games, and I want to see how it holds up on PlayStation VR, and we will definitely find out next week. Now, thank you all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any questions for me, please just leave them in the comments. Throw the hashtag AskFrank on them, and we'll answer them on Saturday along with all the other questions you've been leaving me all week. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly update. These are going to be coming to you every single Wednesday from now on. If you have anything you'd like to add, please just leave it below, and I'm sure the community would love to find out more. If you know any news, new releases, or anything cool, please hook us up. Now, thank you for coming through. Beautiful, most amazing audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause, thumbs up, and if you'd like to, hey, you could throw me one as well, but no need to have to feel like you gotta do it. And more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on any and everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches. Monday through Friday. Frank Show. Monday through Friday. Frank Show. Buddy on YouTube. Buddy on Frank Show. Buddy on YouTube. Buddy on Frank Show. And that's how you do an outro. I know what else to do.